نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي رب زدني علما اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا اللهم إنا نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى آمين يا رب. So we are starting our today's session, and the topic is very clear in front of you. I shared the handout with you. So we were discussing about mushtaq, like those nouns they have been created from someone, and you know that when we talk about mushtaq, there is also mushtaq minhu, means a word from that these all these means can be tenses, verbs, and can be asma, like we are going to discuss them. They are created from those words. So the word from which something is created is known as mushtaq minhu. Like if we talk about nasara, yansuru, unsur, nasirun, mansurun, mansirun, mansarun, minsarun, minsaratun, manasiru, nusra, right? These now, whatever I have said, either they belong to Madi, Mudari, Amr, Ism Fa'il, Ism Maf'ul, Ism Tafzil, Sifat Mushabba, or Ism Al-Mubaligha, Ism Zarf Al-Zaman, whatever, Ism Zarf, Zarf Al-Zaman wa Makan. All of them, they are mushtaq. And An-Nasru is a mushtaq minhu, means An-Nasru, that is a master. From that we have got these either verbs or nouns. So mushtaq minhu is a word from that we create something, and mushtaq is what that is created or that has been created. So mushtaq minhu is what from which something has been created, and mushtaq is what that is created from mushtaq minhu. So if I ask you from mushtaq minhu, how many verbs or nouns are created? Can you name them? Anyone from you? The mushtaq minhu is what? Mastar, al-nasru, al-dukhulu, al-khuruju, right?
Yes,
Al-gharb.
sir.
Yes. So that is what mushtaq minhu. What are the mushtaqaq or mushtaqs from that?
So, sir, are you talking about, say, for example, ism fa'il comes from the masdar, like that. Ism
Yes.
maf'ul comes from the masdar.
Yes, sister. I'm asking that al-nasru is a masdar, and that is what mushtaq minhu. From that, some words are created.
Yes, sir.
A word from that something is created, that is known as mushtaq minhu. And the one that is created, that is formed, that is derived, it is known as mushtaq minhu. So what are the types of mushtaqaq or mushtaqs? They have been created from mushtaq minhu. How many of them can you name?
Right, okay, so there's al-asma al-mushtaqa, the nouns have been derived, and there's af'al al-mushtaqa, verbs that have been derived, which refer to time.
That's correct. Just list them. How many are they?
So al-asma al-mushtaqa, اسم فاعل,
اسم
اسم
فاعل.
مفعول, اسم ظرف,
اسم ظرف.
اسم آلة,
اسم آلة.
اسم صفة أو مشبه,
صفة
اسم
مشبه. Okay.
تفضيل, اسم مبالغة.
اسم
So
مبالغة.
yeah, I think it's just damsa, and the rest are all the verbs.
Verbs like
فعل ماضي معلوم مجهول and فعل مضارع معلوم مجهول فعل أمر and
okay, very
فعل
good.
نهي.
Okay, very good, very good, very good, very good. Just a minute, sister, brother, just a minute. Good. Brother Eman, can you tell whatever she has told in sequence, in series, one after the other?
Okay, so Sister Saima said that we have mushtaq created from mushtaq minh. In mushtaq, we have two types of things. We have ism and we have fa'il. In ism, we have
Ism and
we
file,
will
or ism or verb, ism and fa'il.
sorry, yes, ism and fa'il. So in ism, we'll have ism al-fa'il, ism maf'ul, ism ظرف, ism a'la, صفة مشبهة, and ism what else am I missing? مبالغة. And then in فعل we will have فعل الماضي معلوم، فعل الماضي مجهول، فعل المضارع معلوم، فعل المضارع مجهول، فعل الأمر معلوم، فعل الأمر مجهول.
Okay,
And
brother,
we also have
if we just have a look at whatever the list you have told or the sister was telling, so verbs should come first or asma? Should the verb come first? Did we learn verbs first or the asma or the nouns? And from what we learn to form? From verbs or from nouns?
we first learn verbs, Ustad.
Verbs. So if we list them, then first verb is what?
ماضي معلوم.
Just go for mazi. Means it includes everything. Mazi. The second one?
مضارع.
Third one?
أمر.
فعل الأمر. Fourth?
النهي.
Now come to asma. Yes.
Okay, we started with in asma, if I am not mistaken, we started with فاعل ومفعول.
Ismul
If I'm not
fa'il.
mistaken.
Ismul
Yes,
fa'il.
اسم فاعل واسم مفعول, yes.
Ism fa'il, then?
اسم مفعول.
Okay.
And then we went to اسم مبالغة.
Ism mubalagha.
And then we went to الظرف, اسم ظرف and اسم أعلى.
Okay. Ism zarf,
And
ism
then
hal.
and then we finished with صفة المشابهة.
And ism tafzil as well, right?
جي sorry, yes, and اسم تفضيل as well, yes.
Okay. So we talked about means just for the recap, the purpose of recap, because whoever is going to watch this video, they must have the background. Now in surf, whatever we have been doing in conjugation, in verbs, and understanding how the verbs are formed, how the nouns are formed, the various nouns, because they convey different meanings. The meaning in past, the meaning in present, the meaning of giving any command, right? The meaning of stopping someone. Then we have got meaning that somebody is doing something like doer of the action. The meaning that something is done with someone, like ism maf'ul. Then we also learned about the asma, they give the meaning of zarf zaman and makan. Okay, the asma, they give the meaning of ala, ismul ala, ismul tafzil, comparative. The meaning gives they give the comparative meaning between two nouns, right? Then a noun that gives meaning in exaggeration about something, ism mubaligha. Then we have also sifatu mushabba, that somebody is having a characteristic, but that characteristic has some permanent meaning, means that characteristic is having meaning of past, present, and future. So that is why that is known as sifatu mushabba. So all of them, they are created from mastar. Like mastar is what? An-nasru. Now what is the meaning of mastar? Does the mastar convey the sense of any tense? No. It conveys the sense of only the meaning, like we say, a nasru, to help. Means something is to happen, or happening of some event, happening of some action. So that's why the master conveys the sense of happening, to help, to strike, to enter, to exit, many things, to listen, to go, means that gives the meaning of happening. And when something is created from master, like ism file, now ism file gives the meaning, and it has two meanings. One of the meanings of the master itself means happening, to give the sense of happening. And number two, it is connected with someone from whom the action is going to happen, or action happens. Say, for example, an-nasru. That is what a master, and that is what the giving the meaning of happening. Haditha, okay? Means that is going to take place, or something is to take place. And that is associated with someone, like who is doer of that action. Nasirun, helper. Dhahibun, the one who goes. Dakhilun, the one who enters. Kharijun, the one who goes out. So the meaning of master, and that is associated with someone. Now when we talk about ism file, that meaning does not have permanence, the sign of permanence. What does it mean? It means if we talk about someone, like Aman Zahibun, Anta Zahibun, Anti Zahibatun, means the action of going that takes place, and that will not be for permanent. That will not be having meaning, or that will not convey the sense of permanent meaning. That does not have meaning of three tenses of past, present, and future. That is what an accident or an action that takes place for some time, and that then it finishes. Nasirun, anta nasirun. Now this meaning, this gives the meaning of the help, and that takes place for some time, and then that it comes to an end. Same example for zaribun, dakhilun, kharijun, zahikun, zahibun, etc., etc. And when it comes to sifatu mushabba, now it has got different meaning. How? As-sifatul mushabbahatu huwa ismun, that is an ism, that is a noun. Mushtaqun, that has been created or formed. Ala thubuti li sahibiha, means to convey the meaning or sense for the one, that meaning is associated with that person. Thubutan aman means that meaning has the characteristic is having the meaning of permanent nature. Like if we talk about abyazu, whiteness, white. What does it mean? That gives the meaning the person was white in past, that who he is white now, he will be white in future. Jamilun, Jamilatun. Jamilun, beautiful. It has the meaning of what? Masdar. Jamal. And that Jamal is associated with someone, the character who possesses this character. And the third thing, that meaning is common in all these tenses, in past, in present, and future. So this is what is sifatu mushabba. Is there any question from your side?
So Ustad, صفة
No,
مشببة must
sir.
have a file.
Repeat your question, brother.
يعني صفة المشبهة must have a file because you're explaining that file.
We do not say file, we say that meaning is associated with someone. And when we talk about someone, then we are supposed to add pronoun with that person. Like I say Anta Jamilun. And if I talk to my daughter, I can say Anti Jamilatun. I'm not, but if I say Ana Jamilun, right? If I talks about someone about my brother, I say Huwa Jamilun. If I talk about my mom, mother, or sister, I say Hiya Jamilatun. If few people, one of them says Ana Jamilun, or a lady says Ana Jamilatun. Do you understand? Means we are talking about a character who is means are we are talking about a characteristic that is associated with a character, and that character is a person. Now over here, that character is not performing an action, rather a characteristic is associated with that person, and that characteristic has the meaning or the sense of permanent nature. Do you understand?
जी उस्ताद.
Any questions now?
No उस्ताद.
Sure. Okay. So this was the introduction of Sifatu Mushabba, and let me tell you something. Like there are not any scales. Sama'iyun. Oh, sorry. Qiyasiyun. Qiyasiyun means that we have proper rules for forming something, for forming Sifatu Mushabba, for forming Ism File. Ism File does have proper scales, awzan, and that Ism File is formed or created. Sifatu Mushabba doesn't have those qiyasi, means is the awzan qiyasi, but they have awzan sima'iyun, that those were heard, but they have been categorized by those people. They are expert in sarf and nahu, sarfiyun and nuhat. So the means now you need to understand that, because we also know about ism tafsir. Any siga that comes on the scales of arf'alu from Sulathi Mujarrad. Now, if any other siga that comes on the scales of af'alu, and that is from Sifatu Mushabba, on that scales, and from the Sulathi Mujarrad, there's nothing comes from Ismu Tafzir. What did I say? I say, if a siga of Sifatu Mushabba from Thulathi Mujarrad that comes on the scales of Af'alu, now the same siga cannot come on the scales of Af'alu from Ismu Tafsil. This, first of all, this should be understood. What are other details? I'll let you know. Okay. I'm also discussing that. So this is the first point. Now you know that the Sifatu Mushabba also has 6 sigas, 3 for Mudhakkar, Wahid, Muthanna, and Jama', and 3 for Muannath, Wahid, Muthanna, and Jama'. So 6. Now when we talk about Hamira, Hamira is a verb. This is what? Maksurul Ain, Hamira. A'wira, that is also verb. A'yana, Ain, Ya Maksura, Ayina, that is also Maksur, means Maksurul Ain. And Jamula, that is what? Mazmumul Ain. So the sigas in verb, either they are Maksurul Ain or Mazmumul Ain. Now from Hamira, on the scales of Afa'alu, Ahmaru, and the siga for Muannas on the scales of Fa'alau, Do you remember? We learned in initial days when we started Nahu. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fa'alahu. So when we talk about Hamira, Hamira, what does it mean by Hamira, sister?
Hamira, to be red.
Red. Our niece must be red. So Hamira, Ahmaru, Ahmarani. It's two persons, they are red. Humrun, that is Jama. And the Jama is common. You can see Jama is common between Mudhakkar and Mu'annath. Hamar, Hamra'u, Hamrawani, Humrun. Then Awira. Okay, brother Eman, what is the meaning of Awira?
I'm not sure, Ustad. You did tell us, I think blind or something.
I didn't tell you. No, I told you. Sorry, I told you. But I also told you to go through the words and their meanings. They are given in the handout. I think you missed that point. Did you?
Gee, I did miss that point. But I think Awila means blind.
It is what Avira, and as actually when I was telling you about Avira, I gave you the example of Dajjal when Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam associated Dajjal with one eye. Okay, and Allah is not one eye. So Avira means a one-eyed person. A'waru, a'warani, urun. Awra'u, awrawani, urun. Okay. Ayna, meaning of ayna. Any one of you?
And it's to do with the eyes. Don't know, sir.
Yes, yes, it is with the eyes.
Right, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, eyes.
When we say that someone's face is what should I say, extended, or what should I say, expanded.
Oh, wide.
Ah, why? Yes, yes.
Hurul Ain. Is that where it comes from?
Exactly, exactly.
Wide eyed.
Yes. But I don't know in English how the people call that, because in Urdu say kushada chehra, right? For English, I don't know that what is the common word for that. You must be knowing, sister. So white
Wide face.
means in common terms they also use the word white, that he has white face or she has white face. Do they say like this?
Yeah, she has a wide face, yes.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, so
Yeah, have a
a'yuna,
stretch.
yes, a'yanu, a'yanani, and inun. Then a'ina'u, a'inawani, inun again. Okay, then there is a word jamula. What is the meaning of jamula?
To be beautiful.
Yes. So Jami, but now you see that the scale is changing. We have changed skills. Jamilun, Jamilani, Jamiluna. And in for muannas, Jamilatun, Jamilatani, Jamilatun. So you have to remember that. Now, when we were having the verb with Maksurul Ain in past, the wazn or scale of Sifatu Mushabba for Muzakkar was on the scales of Af'alu. Okay? But when it means it becomes Mazmumul Ain, the wazn is what? Fa'ilun. You understand?
Okay, sir, I understand.
Very
So
good.
when كلمة عين is مزموم, then it will be فاعل.
Yes, means, but we may have some variations. We are going to learn that, and you might have gone through that learn. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now I was telling you something. Now, first of all, sister, can you tell me Uh, what is the masdar for jamula?
What is the master of jamula?
Hmm.
Al-jamlu? Al-jamlu.
Al-jamlu or jamalun?
Jamalun.
Okay.
I'm guessing, sir.
Yes, no issues. Keep guessing and go back to confirm it. But because this is the initial class, we'll be having inshallah many exercises. Allah's izn, may Allah Almighty help us and give us tawfiq.
So,
I would say,
sir, do you
huh?
sorry to interrupt. So, do you know, in order to find out the masdar of a particular word, do we need to know it off by heart, as in you need to search for it, or is there a particular way of getting it? I think every masdar is different, isn't it?
Yes, every master is different. Like a
Yes.
nasru, and from the same chapter, that is dakhala yadkhulu, it is ad-dukhulu.
Yes,
Kharaja
exactly.
yakhruju, it is al-khuruju.
So it's a matter of learning the different forms of masdar. That's the only way we're going to find out, right? Okay.
Yes.
So I would not know what the masdar form is for jamula. I'm gonna have to look
So
for that.
means the point is to say, I want to tell you, if you remember, I told you, if sifatu mushabba comes on the scales of af'alu, then ismu tafzil cannot come, right?
Right, okay.
Now, in that case, we can use some words before the masdar of such words. Like we can use word ashaddu. Okay? If you remember in Surah At-Tawbah, ashaddu harra, an-naru ashaddu harra. Do you remember?
No, sir.
An-naru ashaddu harra. Brother Ayman,
No, sir, I don't remember as well.
do you have Quran in front of you?
Gee, I do.
Find it out. So the point I wanted to tell you, like if we talk about khair, what was khair before this? What was khair? What was khair?
Sir, I'm not understanding the question. What was khair?
Khair.
As in the word khair.
Yes. Khair. Khairun.
Okay. Khairun. Al-khairu. Don't know, sir.
Will it be the same? I don't know. I'm guessing. Al khairun, the same? I don't know. I'm just taking a guess.
Okay. So means the thing is this, we have to use either ashaddu, akbaru, a'zamu before the masdar. Before the masdar. Now you have to find out the masdar of hamira, a'wira, a'yuna, jamula. And for forming ism tafzil, you will use ashaddu, akbaru, a'zamu to let the know that now they can be formed at the having the meaning of ism tafzil in that way. Like I told you, ashaddu harra. Okay. When this session is going to end, in 2 minutes, I will take the Quran, and inshallah, I will also tell you the verse of the Quran as well. So just the need to understand the point. I repeat, what is the point? Point is that ism tafzil is not formed from thulathi mujarrad, from those verbs that sifatu mushabba is formed on the scales of afalu, like ahmaru, a'waru, a'yanu. This is the one point. So ism tafsil is not formed. Now what is the way to form ism tafsil? Now there are words, they can be used before the masdar to convey the sense of ism tafsil, like ashaddu. akbaru, a'damu. If they are used like I gave you the example from Quran, ashaddu harra, an-naru ashaddu harra. Now that is the giving the meaning of tafadul, tafzil. Okay. So this is the only point that you need to remember and to come out with some examples. Okay. That these words on the scales of af'alu, they are from sifatu mushabba, but there because ism tafzil cannot be found, so we are bringing a shaddu before them to give the sense of ism tafzil. Is the point clear now? Am I able to clear the point?
जी
Does it make sense?
जी जी
So it needs to place a pronoun before sifatu mushabba to make it first, second, or third person. Means if we want to tell about a characteristic in somebody, then we have to give, means if we want to make it from first person, means the one who speaks, from the second person, the one to whom is somebody is speaking, or to associate with someone we are speaking about. That is what third person. First person, second person, third person. So we have to supply pronouns or add pronouns before them, right? Like huwa sayyidun, anta ahmaru, ana sharifun, hiya sharifatun, hiya hamra'u. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
जी أستاذ
Very good. Very good. Now the ozan of sifatu mushabba scales like fa'ilun. On the scales of fa'ilun it comes. Why it comes on the scales of fa'ilun? Because the word that